can get the whole,
Yeah, I think so.
the length of them. Let's see, I'll stop them from flying.
And tell me again, Catholic Charities and
That's the
Scottish
one I'm
Rite.
going to tell you about because it could apply to you, and I'll tell you why. But did you get the pictures?
Yes.
Okay. So, Catholic Charities of Dallas, and this happened when I called my son one time and I told him what a haul I got, and the person behind me, I was so unaware that I was speaking too loud, and they said, "Excuse me, I'm redecorating and I have a bedroom that I have to call Goodwill and tell to come pick up. Would you like it?" And I'm like, "Yes." So I called my contact there, and they came and picked it up. So what Catholic Charities does is they have a discount on an apartment complex, and they get donations. So for instance, if you are cleaning out your house and you have an extra pots and pans or a pot holder with a burn on it, they don't care. So they have people that go in their place and I want to do it so badly, and one of these days I'm going to do it. But they go collect and set up an apartment. So they'll have people that donate pictures, and they'll go and put a picture on the wall. Someone will donate a bathroom mat, a shower curtain, and they go set up an apartment. So these people come and they put them in an apartment. It's all set up. Now it's not new stuff. They're used bed sheets and a bed and a garbage can, and so I'm going to give you my card. And if you ever want to get rid of stuff,
and you had two special needs children. And
yes, I do. 2 out of 3. Actually, the third one actually has some special needs, but it's nothing. Go ahead, because I'm talking to this gentleman. And thank you for listening. It's very, you can see how passionate I am about what I do. And that's just one of the places I go to. And I don't go to Goodwill because they resell the things, and I'm so, I wouldn't have made it without, I really wouldn't have made it. I was abused by my husband and some of my children, and it took me so long to get out of that relationship and recover, and I had a therapist that gave me free services, and, you know, I just, you know, I still have a lot of depression, and there are days that I don't get out of bed, and after the third day I say, "Joan, get out of bed. There's people so much worse off than you are. Go do," my therapist calls it Joaning. My name is Joan. So my therapist says, "Go do your Joaning," you know, and I think you're right. I have to do this, and it gets me out of my depression, you know, gets me out of bed and stops making me feel sorry for myself. And
now, I'm sorry for interrupting. How long ago did your husband leave?
in 2005.
And how old are your children now?
Now they are 30, 27, and 25.
Are they independent?
No, 2 of them are not. And so my card says donation liaison because I couldn't figure out. I'm going to give you that. You take that.
No, I'm taking a picture of it.
Yeah. So I go to so many different organizations, but I also, because I've been doing this so long, I have relationships with many stores like Walgreens I wish I had my phone with me. For the first time I forgot it at home, but I have a whole album on it. I've been in the newspaper, but I don't like to do that because that's not why I do it. But sometimes I get tricked into being in the newspaper. But I have relationships with some of the stores, and when they start to get rid of things, some donate it free. Usually it's the candy at the end of the season, after Christmas, after Halloween, and the managers call and say, "Come pick it up." But other times, like after back to school, particularly Walgreens, the one on there, they say, "Go fill up the basket, your basket at the end cap, and we'll just say a price, you know."
This is the Walgreens on Legacy.
And Coit. Yeah, but the problem is these managers change over, and so I have to keep up.
You have to train them.
Pardon me?
You have to train them.
Yes, and then I keep having to visit, and I say, "Oh, you're new, let me introduce myself." But usually the assistant manager is more consistent, and they say, "She's good," and I show them the pictures. I only go to places that will give me a tax receipt, and I bring it back to whoever donated, and they also write thank you notes. I'm 65 and I'm old school that I believe in that. So that way the place will get a thank you note. They can put it in their back room. They can let their employees know what a great place they're working for. And then what I do is I take pictures of the donation so they can also see what they donated, and I make a poster for them. And I say, thank you, Walgreens, for making it affordable for me to make it possible to help others. And then I put my card. I cut out the Walgreens logo that says on the corner of happy and healthy, or whatever their ad happens to be. And I make I wish I had my phone, I could show you all of this. But I feel, I'm not a religious person, but I feel that's my purpose here to do this.
Well, may I at least buy your Subway?
Oh, you are too kind. I want you to know I'm really not going into this. And the minute I told you that this lady whipped out, I thought, why did you say that? Because I am not.
No, it's nothing. I can have coupon.
You know, I got that too, and I forgot it at home.
Well, I have it.
And I forgot my phone because I get the things on the phone too.
It would be my pleasure. Not only that, it's like my duty. I won't get COVID on you.
Oh my gosh, sir. You are the kindest soul.
No.
You really are.
No, you are. I'm just trying to help another passenger on this earth. But I'm so impressed by what you do and your commitment to it, and it's
I don't know whether to say yes or not.
Well, there's no choice. It's nothing. It's absolutely nothing to me, and except that it would make me feel good. So all I'm asking is for you just to let me feel good.
You know, I tell my daughter that you know, that at this stage in my life, that, you know, that those are the joys in life to allow her in my life, in her life, you know, to give me joy, you know, that, so I do get what you're saying, you know, and so for that reason I'll accept.
But I'm going to tell my wife about you. I'm going to tell my friends about you, because for me it's an uplifting. And I know you're Jewish, but I'm Christian.
Oh,
and
it doesn't matter.
I was going to say it's like a Christmas story for me.
Yeah.
You know, that here's this nice lady, and she helps all these people and doesn't get anything in return for it. And
but yeah, I do get a gift in return. You know, I feel like that everybody that I help, it's giving me a gift of feeling like I have a purpose and a reason for living, you know.
Well, I'm not sure this, for me, would be a purpose for living, but paying for your dinner would be something I would like to do. Anyway.
What is your name?
David Cordell.
David, okay. You know, it's interesting because none of the organizations that I've ever gone to are Jewish. You know, that's how little it means to me. It really, you know, in fact, I had an abusive mother, and
wow, you've been through it.
Yeah. Yeah. And there was a black woman that really raised me, and so I haven't. I find black people to, you know, take a liking to and a love for, because if it weren't for her, I don't think I would have made it past my childhood.
Hmm.
You know,
Where are you from?
Miami, Florida.
How'd you end up here?
I moved to Kansas when I was 16. I left home, and there was a cousin there, and I hitchhiked out to Kansas, and I worked at a Burger King and lived above the Burger King. I didn't need a car because there I was. And then I thought I was so dumb that I could never go to college. And then I just tried a class, didn't tell anybody, and of course aced it. And then I thought, well, I'll try another one, and of course aced it. And then I worked 2 jobs, and finally, by the time I was 20, I thought, maybe I'll get serious and try to apply somewhere. And I applied to SMU, got a full scholarship, and that's how I got here. And so I didn't graduate from college until I think I was 26.
And what did you do for a living?
I applied. Do you know the company Telecheck?
Yes.
So I applied to Telecheck, and this was in 1983 or something like that. And I started as a peon, a little customer service rep, and in 6 months, I was making $80,000 in 1983 for
Wow.
a woman. I mean, it was like unheard of in my 20s.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh yeah, and so, it was great, and so I was very, very successful. I was in customer service, and I happened to be very soft-natured and customer service oriented, and I brought our office from last in the country to first in the country, and got all kinds of awards, and I kept going up the ladder to area manager to just kept going up the ladder. Finally, they wanted me to move to Houston, which is the home office. But by that time, I had met my husband, but he changed immediately after we got married. And I so desperately wanted children, and I was already old. I was 32. And so, I kept thinking I could change him, and,
Well, I'm sorry about that
Yeah.
that bad part, but there's a place in heaven for you.
You're so sweet. You are so very kind. Every night before I go to bed, I ask myself, what was the reason that it was worth living? And tonight it's going to be my conversation with you.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
very kind of you, but
Yeah.
I'm just in awe of what you do.
Yeah. You are so very kind. You really are. Your wife is so lucky. She really is to have you. She really is.
Well, I've been recording this, so
Oh my gosh, you're recording this whole thing?
I will play it back. I'll play that part back.
Oh, yes. Wife, really, you are so lucky to have such a kind, gentle husband. And it is my lucky evening.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, it is my lucky evening that your husband walked in behind me tonight at Subway, and I can't tell you how much he has lifted my spirit tonight. I've not had a great day, and as you heard, I have a lot of depression, and he's given me a lot to think about, that there are a lot of kind souls on this earth, and he has just reminded me of that. And so
No, at the very most, I'm just serving as a reflection. It's you. I do little things here and there, but you're the best. I'm just a fellow traveler.
thank you very much. You really can't know how blessed I am to have run into you. You really don't know how much you've given to me tonight.
It's the other way around. I'm seeing this lady standing in line, looking at all these, going through all these receipts and saying, "What's that all about?" And I find out, oh, okay, well, she's clearly a much better person than I am, and I'd at least like to find out more about her. And I'm so very impressed.
Thank you very much.
And anyone who knows you should be very proud to know you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Well, I'll turn
I'll
this.
let you go.
I'll turn this off.
Yeah, I'll let you go.